Hi, Mark.
You're welcome, thank you.
We're back here at the Parrsboro airstrip, and on my left is Jim Burgess. He's the airport manager. We previously had Jim in a more compromising position, but we have him here, and he's going to go over the ground operations of the spray program, talk about a little bit about the mobile unit that works, and go over what exactly the ground crew does. So, Jim, this is your realm of activity, so I'll just let you just go around and maybe explain what goes on here.
Okay, Brian, I guess we should start with the where we get our BT from. As you can see, the drums there, we get the BT, arrives from the States in 45-gallon drums on a transfer trailer. We dump it off here. We use that pump that you see right there, and we can suck it out of it and put it in our storage. It takes about 45 seconds to drain a drum with that pump system. And it goes into these 2,000-gallon mixed tanks, 44 drums per tank, and there's 4,000 gallons, which keep us well ahead of it. That's enough for 6 team loads goes up. Next, we have the water tank there. That's just for flushing out the planes and also for fire purpose. We can use it if we have any fire around the tank farm. We're ready to go and get right at it. We used to mix this with water, but now we're applying it neat, and we don't need that water anymore. Okay, this is our gas storage. We sort of keep it away from the tank farm as best possible. There's 4,000 gallons of aviation fuel here, and we sometimes have to fill up these a couple times. This year, a smaller program, we went through 4,000 gallons. You can look at the system, the pumping system on this. We have 2 pumps in case one of them fail. We have a meter. We have to meter it when it goes into the Cessna planes, whose 2 silver things are a no-go gas filter. We have to take all the precaution we have. There's definitely no smoking in the tank farm area.
What exactly are these filters for, Jim?
Okay, it filters any water. These tanks sometimes get some condensation in it, or any dirt that may be in their tanks or that comes from the factory. We clean our tanks out every year, get all the rust and what have you out, but we don't want to take any chances. Okay, we go out the line here, and as you can see up in the header, we can fuel 3 planes at one time, and the same as we can fill the goop into them. We can load with the BT 3 planes and fuel them at the same time. Takes about 10-11 minutes to fuel and goop 3 8-cats.
So these nozzles I see up here in these boxes, that's for the fuel, I take it?
That's for the fuel. We try to put that out of the way so it'll keep the dust out and the rain off it.
I see these other black hoses up there too, Jim. Maybe we could just walk up there and have a look at those.
Okay. Before we go at the header, I'd just like to point out there's 2 different types of fire extinguisher. This dark red one, if we have a fire, if a plane backfires and we have a motor fire, we're to use this on that particular fire. It will not hurt the motor. If we use the other one on it, it could get sucked into the motor and we could ruin a motor. We use the orange ones just for gas fires around the header. Hopefully we won't have any. Okay, let's have a look at the meters and the header now. This system here comes out to a T, and this is just 1 pit. We have 3 pits. Like I said earlier, we can load 3 planes at a time. We don't have a plane here right now, but when we hook up to a plane, it's a dry brake system, and if I could show you how to do it.
Sure.
Okay. This is the part we hook on the plane, and we can't lose any BT because that will not open unless this brass part here, unless they're hooked together. And that is always on the plane. And it works easy. Okay, watch it, Brian, so make it up. Once that goes in, we can open the valve and the BT will flow. Once that's opened, we can't take it off the plane until we shut it. So that way it's just a safety feature that we won't lose any BT. And as you can see, there's very little spilt BT.
So this attachment here is hooked onto the aircraft hopper.
That's right, yeah.
I see.
Okay, if you want to look at the metering system here, we have a couple safety features besides the dry brake. If a plane is taking 240 US gallons, we'll put 910 liters on it. This meter system is a reverse system. Right now we have 350 liters in there. As this decreases, this will increase. And this will automatically shut off when it reaches 350 meters. If for some reason we need it shut off before, if there's a broken hose or whatever, we just have to press that button and it stops there. If that doesn't work, we can rush over and shut this valve off. So there's very little spilt BT around the header.
Safety is definitely a #1 priority in this area. And
Right, we're a handy community and we don't want any problems. Introduce the Dan McDonald. He's my right-hand man here on the tank farm, and he sort of looks after everything out here in the project. Dan's been with the project now, what is it, Dan, 4 or 5 years?
5 years.
And I'll get Dan to introduce the ground crew.
Okay, we got Tim Blake here, been on the program since it started, 9 years, along with Bill Moore, 9-year man. Steve Forbes, who just started this year. And as Jim said, our main purpose around here is to load the planes, look after the pumps and equipment, and help out the pilots as much as we can. When we get ready to pump here, we have one guy on each header. Bill usually takes #1 header out there to load planes. At the same time, yeah, you can head out there, Bill, and at the same time he usually tends the gas for the little planes come in there, and the pilot may jump up in the wing on his load at the same time. Jim usually takes the center one, does the same thing there, and Steve will head out to #3. And what we usually do is check the planes when they go out. We make sure they got a full load when they go out. And when they come back in, the first thing we do is check the hoppers to see how much they got left in them. And as I say, they unhook the planes and they make sure the pilot gets his gas while he's in there, and then they're off. At the same time, we always have a man back here on the pump, on the VT pump, and he can always be. He starts it, he watches the fellows on the wings when they're loading the planes. If there's any kind of a problem at all, or if we've got enough in them, he immediately shuts the pump off here, so there's no. Try to eliminate chances of any broken hoses or any problems at all. And that's about it for here. And a lot of extra fittings, hoses, and planes. If we happen to need anything when we're working around here, we just have to hit in here. And our fire truck we have to use on the project here. We have it mainly for extinguishing any airplane fires, if we happen to have any. It's an old Dodge truck, and it's equipped with a 400-gallon water tank on it. And it also has a 300-foot live hose reel. You can pull out pretty quick. It's easy to handle. We on the back have a jerry can for gas and a Wajax pump, which can run the whole unit if needs be. Every morning we come out before the spray starts and start the truck and the pump at the same time to make sure they're going to be working. We also have a bottle of AFFF on the back. This is a foaming agent, and all you have to do, if you have to have the truck for a fire like that, one guy can jump in the truck, take off down the runway, another guy can be on the back, and he has to dump the foam into the tank. And when the water is sprayed out the hose, it comes out in a foam. We have two pumps on it, one mainly for loading. This is just a lightweight pump that we can put down at the brook, and it saves a lot of gearing up the other one with suction hoses. We have a long green hose over here that we can park roughly 100 feet from the brook and pump into the truck. And that's about it for the truck.
Happens today that the ground crew happens to be here at the Parrsboro airstrip because we're just cleaning up prior to ending the program. They operate a mobile unit with a single aircraft and doing some ground spray. And I'm going to let Doug Baird here, the supervisor of the operations, just talk a little bit about exactly what he does.
Okay, Brian, we have a tag-along trailer which is normally on the back of this truck, and we have an oil truck which carries approximately 2,000 gallons of BT. The trailer contains the large pump which pumps from the oil truck into the aircraft. We can just load one aircraft at a time, and we operate out of smaller airports. We also carry fuel for fueling these aircrafts, and that's about it as far as that goes.
How much BT does your larger tank truck hold for aircraft? Can you get one load into them or two loads?
No, we carry about 2,000 gallons, so we can load them several times.
I see.
This unit here we are using for spraying some of our provincial parks. Terry Lloyd here and myself have been operating this mainly in the evenings after the people have left the parks, just for convenience sake. In here you'll see a microneer, the same as on the aircrafts, and in the hose line at the back of the unit there's a Norfus size 83, which will give us the proper application. Our pressure gauge is there, and we operate at 25 pounds pressure and drive the vehicle approximately 5 miles an hour, and that will give us the same application as though we were doing it from the air.
Well, spraying at night would really keep you within guidelines of your environmental restrictions anyway, wouldn't it?
We've operated most evenings. We've had no wind at all. The evenings we have had some, we've been well within. Terry, perhaps you could grab the switch there and just show them how the boom works. There's two switches there, one to pump the BT out, and the other one will move the boom up and down the canopies.
How high can this boom spray, Doug?
It'll spray out 100 feet or better.
So you can get both upper and lower canopies.
Right. Yeah. And also you'll see here is a light which we just hook up to our battery, and that we can see exactly what we're spraying. We found it very effective.
Just before... We're here today in the navigational trailer